Hi, I'm Eric Appel, director and co-writer of Weird, the Al Yankovic Story.
Hi, I'm Al Yankovic, the Al Yankovic in Weird, the Al Yankovic Story. Very meta because he thought it'd be fun to do a parody trailer for the guy that does parodies.
It just existed as a 3-minute comedy sketch.
I showed it in my live concerts for about a decade, and after shows people would be like, oh, when's the movie coming out? This sounds amazing. And out of the blue, I kind of emailed Eric and said, I think it might be time. You know, because Bohemian Rhapsody had come out, famously not accurate in a lot of ways, but, you know, won a lot of awards, very popular, and I thought it's time to, like, puncture the biopic genre once again.
It's not a parody of a specific biopic
Right.
or anything. We just sort of take that whole genre, everything we love about that genre, and everything that's hilarious about it. It's a real story that works, it's just made up and silly and heightened.
They're real stakes, and you wind up actually caring about these characters even though they're doing the most ridiculous things. It's a very specific tone that Eric was trying to achieve because we want it to be a comedy, obviously, but we want it to play like a very serious, standard Hollywood biopic. Like a lot of my parodies, when you first hear the opening, you don't know if it's my song or the original. If they didn't know, we wanted them to think, well, maybe this is Al's real story. By about halfway through, I think most people kind of get the joke. I've seen a few people online that say, yeah, my wife thinks the whole thing is true. I can't convince her otherwise.
We used the facts as inspiration for the movie,
Yeah.
more than actually following them. Like the Madonna thing.
Right. She's somewhat responsible for me doing Like a Surgeon because apparently she was talking to a friend of hers and just wondered aloud, oh, I wonder when Weird Al's gonna do Like a Surgeon.
So we take that little nugget of truth, and in our movie, it's like Madonna will stop at nothing to get Al to parody her song.
Born in Michigan, Catholic schoolgirl, dropped out of college and moved to New York City with nothing but the clothes on your back and $35 in your pocket. Maybe it was to become the queen of pop. Maybe it was to get back at Dad for marrying the housekeeper.
Wow. You know a lot more about me than you let on.
The whole shoot took place over 18 days. So Monday we shot that big pool party scene. Tuesday we shot all of the concert footage, the big Jim Morrison meltdown, the fight with the band down in the tunnel, and then the following day was like the Grammy Awards for the entire day. That's what a typical week on our movie looked like. Typically in a comedy, there's a lot of improv, there's a lot of playing around and figuring it out and figuring out the comedic rhythms. Our script was pretty tight. You know, the comedy comes from it being performed dramatically, so there wasn't really all of that room to play around and improvise. So
we cut a few things out of the script, like there was a montage, kind of like getting to know you sequence with, you know, Weird Al and Madonna. And it was funny, but it's sort of like 10 different locations, so it's like, that's not gonna happen in 18 days. Making a movie with Eric, he's such an amazing collaborator to write with. That was the most fun experience I've ever had writing something. The whole set was very calm, which you wouldn't expect for an 18-day shoot. And that's because of Dan, because of Eric, because of our first AD Newman, because, you know, the whole crew was just so professional and they didn't flip out. There was no yelling, there was no drama. It was just everybody knew they had to get it done in a finite amount of time, and it was just an amazing experience overall.
And everyone was such a Al fan too. Like our crew, this kind of became everyone's passion project.
People weren't doing it for the money by and large. It was because it was a fun thing and a cool thing to do.